All right, so the handrail and the gird rail is up. Still got to do some caulking and mainly do some caulking and a little bit of primer. I mean, I've primered it all beforehand, but I still got to do some caulking and stuff like that, and then some touch-ups. And I got to put the big ledger lock screws, in there. But it's attached. I put a cleat block back here, so this is solid. This isn't coming off, and obviously it's not coming off from over here, over here. So it's solid. I was gonna put some sort of like corner bat material on here, some whatever. So obviously I still have to come back and finish this. But the decking is on. It's all screwed down. It's all attached. I had to rip the last piece just ever so slightly, but it's all fastened down. The steps, I got the first step is done, but the other two steps are only half done. So I've got a piece of Trex there and a piece of Trex there. I got one piece each to do. And the toe kick material. Now I did the toe kick on this last step. I did that out of the siding, just because. So I might have to either do it out of the siding on the rest of the steps. I don't know, or just the HardieBacker lap siding, whatever. But yeah. And again, I need to put the ledger locks, those big headed screws, on all of the handrail and the guardrail posts, and then again some final caulking, just caulking in a few areas, here and some of these holes, and do a little bit of repair because of the fact that we were taking the screws in and out and in and out and in and out, splinters a few areas, but hey, what do you want, So outside of that though, it's it's good to go. And again, the decking's on. And it's all tucked under the transition out of the threshold there. It's tucked under those corner bats. It's and then again, I still have to do a little bit of primer right there. I forgot that part right there, but that I'll come back to it. And again, I still have to do some minor cosmetic work. Like pound that in with the hammer and then putty them or whatever, and hide all the screw holes. Basically, that's what I have to do. I have to hide all the screw holes and some of the I did the pickets over here, and luckily they're all symmetrical. Even spacing, I think, on either side. It looks a little different, but anyways, you get the idea. They're square, they're plumb, they're even, they're at the right height. Again, I need to do a little caulking, stuff like that. And because I reuse these pickets, again, I have to do some caulking to hide the staple holes, stuff like that. And again, it's attached, so there's a cleat block, so that's not coming off. It's not weak over here. It's not weak over here. It's not weak over here. Not weak over here. Well, right there. That's only because it's attached to the steps, and the steps aren't really attached to the ground or anything, so it kind of lifts that up a little bit. But, as far as going outwards, though, with it, you're not going to go outwards, because that's going to want to put that into the ground more, and that's just not going to happen. But if somebody was to pull on this, even then, it's still not going to do anything. But you can feel it kind of go up a little bit. But nobody's going to be pulling on it. If anything, they're going to be leaning against the damn thing as they go to fall over, and they're going to be fine. So yeah, so that's that. All right, we're out of here. It's 4:20, and I got on the road at 7:30. I got up here by almost 8:30 or something. So